Today, we are taking on something a bit out of the ordinary. A stained glass window featuring none other than a winged ox. But what does a winged ox symbolize, and why did we pick this specific subject? Now, before you start thinking we've lost our marbles, let me assure you, this choice has deep roots and isn't just a result of us running out of ideas. We'll walk you through every step of how this creature becomes a beautiful and symbolic piece of art. Now, why did we pick the subject? Well, the client suggested it as a part of a main theme of 4 windows dedicated to the evangelist. Okay, so we know St. Luke is one of the evangelists, but why the winged ox? It may seem a bit odd, but it is one of the 4 living creatures from the book of Revelations, traditionally symbolized by the 4 evangelists. You may recognize them as the 4 Gospels, or as I like to think of them, the original best-selling authors. The ox is a sacrificial animal that specifically represents St. Luke. No, not because he was willing to give up his Netflix password, but because sacrifice reflects the central themes of Luke's Gospel. So we've committed to the winged ox. Now, where do we begin? The design process starts with figuring out how we are going to fit the stained glass window into your church's architecture. We're not just plopping it down anywhere. We're taking into account everything, from the existing windows to the wainscoting and columns. Our goal, make sure this new window doesn't just scream, "Hey, I'm new here," but rather, "I've been part of this family for generations." Balancing the artistic vision with the religious significance is a bit like juggling. You've got to keep all the balls in the air. The winged ox needs to be both a beautiful piece of art that'll have people saying, "Wow, that's stunning," and a symbol with deep spiritual meaning. So how do we ensure that the symbolism doesn't get lost in the design? We roll up our sleeves and get sketching. First with pencil, starting with a rough sketch, moving to inking in the lines to emulate lead lines, and finally adding some color. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Or should I say the ox? Budget constraints are always part of the conversation. Symbolic windows like our winged ox are generally a little easier on the wallet than those intricate full-figure windows. If you're looking to keep costs in check, we might suggest going for a medallion-shaped design like we did here. With this design wrapped up, we're ready for what's in store next. One of the most critical aspects of creating a stained glass window is selecting the right type and color of glass for the winged ox. The type and color you choose are like the outfit for a big event. They can either make you look like $1,000,000 or like you got dressed in the dark. And trust me, for stained glass, we want the former. Additionally, the transparency of the glass plays a vital role in how light will pass through it, affecting both the brightness and the mood of the space. For the winged ox, we've chosen the glass with relatively similar transparency. Fingers crossed down the line that this was the right choice for this project. And when it comes to sourcing the glass, quality is paramount. For this project, all the glass has been sourced from renowned domestic manufacturers. We're using glass from Kokomo, Indiana, which is known for its vibrant, high-quality colors, and Wismat glass from Paden City, West Virginia, which offers a wide range of textures and tones. These suppliers are well regarded in the industry for their consistency and the richness of their glass, ensuring that the final product is both beautiful and durable. We are using glass that is 1/8 of an inch thick. This is the industry standard for stained glass. This thickness not only ensures that the glass will fit snugly within the lead channels, providing structural stability, but also contributes to the overall longevity of the window, helping it withstand the test of time. One final thing that we need to talk about is the long-term color stability of the glass. I know it sounds like something a stained glass nerd would get excited about, but hear me out. While other polymer-based products would start fading faster than your New Year's resolution, glass just keeps going strong. Don't believe me? Look at those stained glass windows that have been around for hundreds of years. They're still as vibrant as the day they were installed. With our glass chosen, we are ready for the next step. Artists use a variety of glass cutters, each suited to different cutting styles and preferences. They all do the same thing, score glass. It's actually kind of silly that we call them glass cutters, because they don't actually cut the glass, they score it. When we talk about scoring glass, we're basically just scratching the surface, literally. You make a shallow scratch, and then with a little pressure in the right spot, the glass breaks along the score. Ideally. Some glass types, particularly those with intricate patterns or textures, can be prone to cracking or breaking if not handled correctly. To mitigate these risks, artists often score the glass slightly, applying just enough pressure to guide the break without stressing the material. Thankfully on this project, the glass is a pretty subtle texture, so this isn't really an issue. Cutting irregular or complex shapes though is where the real challenge comes in. The Winged Ox with its detailed wings and sturdy frame isn't just about straight lines. We're talking curves, angles, and everything in between. It's like trying to cut out the perfect Christmas cookie, except you can't eat your mistakes. Artists approach these shapes with patience, often making multiple passes with the cutter to ensure accuracy. When it comes to particularly tricky sections, a glass grinder becomes an invaluable tool. After the initial cut, the grinder is used to smooth the edges and fine-tune the shape, allowing for a perfect fit. With our glass cut, we are ready to move on to the next step, which is my favorite. Before we start painting, the glass surface must be properly prepared. This isn't a quick dust off. We're talking about a cleaning routine that would make even your grandma proud. We want to make sure our Winged Ox doesn't end up with an unexpected freckle on its face. When it comes to painting, layering is where the magic happens. Think of it like making a delicious lasagna. Each layer of paint is carefully applied, then kiln fired, and another layer is added. This process creates those beautiful, subtle gradations of shading that make the Winged Ox stand out. The choice of brushes plays a crucial role in this process. You wouldn't use a chainsaw to trim your bonsai tree, right? Fine liner brushes are used for the most intricate details, such as the delicate lines of the wings or the expressive features of the ox. Soft brushes, on the other hand, are perfect for shading and creating smooth transitions between colors. By using a variety of brush types, artists can add highlights, shadows, textures, and give the image a three-dimensional quality. The glass must be fired in a kiln to set the paint permanently. The temperature and duration of the firing process are carefully controlled to prevent the glass from warping or cracking, while ensuring that the paint fuses properly with the glass. With all these details added, we are ready to move on. This is where the artistry truly comes together, as each piece is carefully fitted into place using lead came, which is a flexible H-shaped metal channel that's really the unsung hero of stained glass because it's what holds the pieces all together. Lead came has been the traditional method for assembling stained glass windows for centuries. It provides both strength and flexibility, allowing the glass to move slightly with changes in temperature and humidity, which is crucial for the longevity of the window. The lead came wraps around each piece of glass like a warm hug, forming a sturdy framework that holds the entire design together. Another method used in stained glass assembly is copper foil. Copper foil involves wrapping the edges of each glass piece with a thin strip of copper tape, which is then soldered together to create the final window. While copper foil allows for more intricate designs with thinner lines, lead came is often preferred for larger windows because of its strength and durability. Copper foil is generally a hobbyist medium where the most studios use lead caming. Once all the pieces are assembled, they are connected using solder at the joints. The next crucial steps involve sealing and reinforcing the window to ensure it not only looks beautiful, but also stands the test of time. This is where the application of putty and the addition of reinforcement bars comes into play. The first is applying putty to the assembled window. The putty is worked into the gaps between the lead came and the glass, sealing the window from the elements. The putty serves two important purposes. It provides a waterproof barrier, protecting the window from moisture, and it helps to secure the glass within the lead came, adding an extra layer of stability. After the putty is applied, the excess is wiped away and the window is left to cure. As the putty dries, it hardens, forming a solid bond that not only seals the window, but also helps to keep the glass in place for many years to come. Next, we address the structural integrity of the window, particularly for larger panels that might be more vulnerable to bending or sagging over time. This is where reinforcement bars, often referred to as rebars, come in. These galvanized steel bars are strategically placed across the window, providing additional support to the glass and helping to distribute the weight evenly while not interrupting the stained glass design. After all the work of designing, cutting, painting, and assembling the stained glass window, the final step is installing it in the church. This is where the beauty of the stained glass truly comes to life as it takes its place within the sacred space it was designed for. We supplied and installed new aluminum frames with a high impact acrylic on the exterior side. Then it was ready to be enjoyed by the congregation. And now, after all the careful planning, skillful craftsmanship, and precise installation, it's time to reveal the completed Winged Ox stained glass window. As the light streams in through the vibrant colors and intricate details of the Winged Ox, the window transforms the space, casting a warm, ethereal glow in the church. As the light continues to play through the stained glass, bringing the Winged Ox to life each day, the window stands as a lasting legacy. For many reasons, the window represents more than just an artistic addition to the church. It fulfills a deeply held vision, one that resonates with the values and spirit of the church community. If you are looking to have a stained glass window made for your church, check out my free stained glass guide. We go over tons of useful information from design principles, common themes and motifs, and much more. Click right here and I'll send you your own free copy. And if you enjoyed this video, I think you'll also enjoy this one too, where we created a St. Mark Winged Lion stained glass window. Don't forget to subscribe for more beautiful stained glass window projects. Goodbye!